the U.S., back in the U.S., back in the USSR.
Hello, this is Jeff McLeod coming to you live in Dnieper, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of my neighborhood. So this is the area that I live in. This big boulevard is called Ulica Karl Marx, Karl Marx Street, or Karl Marx Boulevard. That is a statue of a famous, I think it's Pushkin, I'm not sure, who is a famous writer. And this is the university that I teach at sometimes. There is, inside the university, there is an organization called the Ukrainian American Language Center, and they rent out space, and I teach classes there in the evenings, as well as teaching at another private high school, well, a private school, from kindergarten to grade 11, which is in a different area, and where I teach there is it's a private school. It's very rich, and the kids are very privileged. So this is the area that I spend most of my time in. Almost everything that I do here is very close to my place. That building right there is the National Museum. They have this thing called the English Movie Club, where they show an English movie, but before the movie they have a sheet of paper that they hand out to people, and it's for people who are trying to improve their English, and so it'll have like difficult vocabulary and a few exercises to kind of get them prepared for the movie, and then they show the movie. And so sometimes I go with another guy, Sergey, who started the club 8 years ago, and I help. I do the definitions in English, then he does the definitions in Russian, so that everybody understands. Over there, you can't really see too great from this angle, but all the statues there are statues of women. There are no men statues in this area. There used to be like 2,000 years ago, I think, there were some tribes that lived here that were matriarchal, I think is the word. Matriarchal, meaning that the leading person in the family or the tribe was a woman, not a man. So a little bit different. And so all the statues that they made were statues of women. They made no men statues, and those statues were all over the place in the city here before the city grew, basically. So we're getting close to the area that where my building is. This is a beautiful garden. It's near my place. There you can see that tank point. That tank is kind of famous. All of the people in the city. Often people say, "Oh yeah, I'll meet you at the tank," and then we'll go somewhere because it's very close to downtown. And my building is right across the street from the tank, which is right there. That's the building I live in. It has a fantastic location because the tram goes right by in front of it. Looks like we have some type of event going on here. I don't know what. I have no idea what this is. I don't know, but you might know it's like some people here are just drinking beer out in the street. Really common here. You can buy beer anywhere. They have stands all over the place where you can buy beer, and it's not unusual at all. In the morning, I go jogging every morning at about 7 o'clock, and usually we will see some people drinking beer at that time of the day. Not always, but usually, and it's in a park. Anyways, so we're approaching my apartment right now. My apartment is this one right here. First one on the second floor, on the corner there. That's the one. And right across the street here, this building There's a 24-hour grocery store. It's called Silpo, and Silpo because it's 24 hours, and there's and of course you can sell alcohol in any type of store here. Usually there's people hanging out front, drinking away. Sometimes it's a bit of a rough area. Usually there's people hanging out front, drinking until the wee hours of the morning. And this is the backyard to my apartment where I have to enter. And there's a nice little court and stuff here. There's a barber shop right there. That leads up to my place, and that is the court. And back there in the morning, there's some monkey bars, and sometimes Bova and I go there to do our morning exercises after we get back from the jog. And lately, there's been a dog living in the hallway of my apartment here, but he doesn't seem to be here anymore. I haven't seen him in a while. He's pretty friendly though. This leads up to my place. Oh yeah, keys are a little bit different here. Very different from a North American style key. That's one. That's the other key. Anyways. The lights in our hallway have not worked in about a month and a half. And at night, it is absolutely pitch black in here. And also, I haven't seen my landlord in about 2 months now. So I don't know what happened to her, but she's gone. And this is home sweet home now. I've rearranged things a little bit, but more or less this is home sweet home. Now that stuff arrived from my box in Italy, I have a decent place. And this reminds me of home. There's some flowers growing wild outside of the place where I work, the private school, and so I picked them yesterday and brought them home. Anyways, this is Jeff McLeod signing out live from my apartment in Dnipropetrovsk.